My buddy Kevin Wu here took a home services company who had 35 reps in the call center and cut it down to 5.
Exactly.
How did you do that?
A lot of the home services call center process is very repetitive, right? You're taking a call, you're asking where the person lives, you're qualifying them, then you're scheduling an appointment. And so that entire process of 3, 4, 5 minutes is highly automatable. And essentially what our digital call center worker does is perform that job as well as a human. A home improvement company that we've helped since the beginning of this year took their call center from 35 to 5 people, reduced their costs by over 75%, while at the same time improving their appointment set rate from 61% by 7% to 68%.
But don't the homeowners care about talking to a real human?
Actually, by the time that the homeowner is calling, they already made up their mind. They want someone to visit them. And so it's all about the process and helping them accommodate that. And then whilst your company is actually visiting them, that's where the sale happens. But at the time of the call, they just want someone to help them with an appointment and come by, right?
Yeah, it's not a psychologist.
Yeah, it's not a sale.
We're here at Service World, and they're like every other booth.
Yes.
AI employees that answer the phone that do these different sorts of things. You went through Y Combinator.
Yes.
You're in Silicon Valley. You raised $5 million.
Exactly.
So why would your investors put money into you when there's like hundreds of these whole like AI call center sorts of services?
So I think that there are 3 reasons why companies go with us. The first one is we actually are a team of engineers, and we have 4 deployed engineers that actually fly out to your contracting, to your organization, and actually onboard you in person. My CTO next week is flying to a home improvement company out there in Texas, right, in the middle of nowhere, just to onboard them in person free of charge. The second thing that differentiates us is that our voice AI agents actually improve over time. So we're learning from your scripts, making sure that the voice AI agent talks in your tone, but then actually learning from real calls and improving the digital worker over time. And the third thing that differentiates us is that essentially we are still, I would say, in founder mode, right? So we don't have sales engineers, we don't have sales account managers replying to you within 24 hours. If you work with us, you're working directly with me. I reply to you within 3 hours. I give you my phone number.
It's not an AI.
I make sure you succeed. Yeah.
Isn't it amazing when you're talking? I'm an engineer too. He and I are both Silicon Valley engineers. At a conference like this where there's like a lot of marketing and sales bros, you want to trust the mechanic who actually does the thing as opposed to the sales guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in a way, you and I are different, but actually you and I are the same. I watch a lot of home and services podcasts. What you guys and I have in common is that we're hustlers, right? We started from nothing. We want to make money.
Yeah.
We are not afraid of working 24/7, of working hard, of growing our business, right? Of actually going out there and not taking no for an answer, of being good in sales. And so this is how I would actually identify with you. And so I'm that type of person. I want to help you succeed, grow your business. I'm on the same timeline. I move as fast as you move. And I basically feel I have a different mother, but in a way we you and I we think the same. Yeah.
And I love your story starting out broke AF.
Yeah.
So tell everyone about that. Because now, they see now that you're successful and you're raising money and you have all these customers, but what did it look like before?
It was very hard. So I was a former management consultant. I studied computer science. All my life, I was chasing credentials, right? I was going to manage consulting at the Boston Consulting Group, one of the top 3 managed consulting companies, right? Whilst there, I was only doing Excel and PowerPoint, 2 things hopefully you will never have to do in your life because you're a business owner. So by the time I was up for promotion, I actually quit my job, and that was a 6-figure job, right? To start this business, I was broke for a year and a half. I was bootstrapping this company. Essentially, I didn't have money to make 2 months of payroll. It was only like for next month. I had to depend on getting customers to pay for next month's payroll. And so that continued for a year and a half. Then at the beginning of this year, I got lucky by just staying in the game. We got into Y Combinator, the largest startup accelerator in the world, raised $5 million, are now backed by the same investors that backed Airbnb, DoorDash, Base, living in San Francisco, being out here in places like Las Vegas, living the dream. Yeah.
What message do you have for home service businesses that maybe they're not so happy with their call center?
So if you're not happy with your call center and you're skeptical whether this will work, first of all, start with something simple, right? So start with something like overflow calls. Start with contacting leads that haven't been contacted for a while. Really start it with like 10 to 20% of your calls. I would say that once you actually see that AI can clone the voice of your best-selling rep, you will see that AI can, in a way, do way more than you thought it can. But obviously, there are kinks. And we actually do fly out to your site to make sure that we're working on those kinks.
Yeah.
And we're only getting paid when you're getting paid. Yeah.
So a lot of these guys that are selling AI call center software stuff is saying, oh, it's completely automated. The AI does everything, because the sales guy would say that. But the fact that you're actually flying out and configuring, what are some of the things that are gotchas that help your AI call center configuration do better than just some generic out of the box stuff?
Yes. So essentially, we are not going to be able to do 100% of the calls, right? Sometimes homeowners will like to talk to a human. There are specific edge cases where they need a human. There may be high value customers where you need a human to be there. So our benchmark is to automate 50% of your calls. Now, if you're a contractor, quite transparently, with one receptionist doing all these calls, it might not be for you. But if you have a team of 5, 10, 15 call center people, and you're able to automate 50% of that, that is a huge saving. Additionally, there are a lot of smart things you can do to have automation, but not lose leads. For example, if you realize that the person talked to the AI and dropped the call or that ping should straight away go to the outbound dialer with a human sitting behind it, calling that person 5 seconds later, saying something like, hey, you talked to my digital intern, right? But I'm the supervisor. I'm here to help you schedule the appointment. Yeah. And in this way, you're actually making sure that no lead gets dropped.
Amazing. Kevin, final words of wisdom for our home service friends.
I love all of you. Keep hustling. It's a big market. Look into technology. It really can help you improve your bottom line. And also, so at this conference that I'm in, a lot of the home services companies are very localized, I would say, and they want to grow in a controlled way. But I think the most ambitious business owners I see, they actually make risky moves, right? That kind of have a controlled downside, but still ensure that kind of they're able to grow quickly, spend on marketing, be ambitious, actually hire ahead, right? Think about other regions, come to conferences like this, think about ways to build trust with your community. Maybe that's by even starting a podcast, right? And attracting clients. So really think big, be ambitious. The United States, the biggest economy in the world, is saying someone that didn't grow up in the United States. It is the place to be ambitious, to make moves, to become $1 billion entrepreneur.
Yeah. Amen. Love it, Kevin. So Kevin of Leaping AI, you can go to Leaping AI and actually talk to Alex, right?
Yes.
And demo and see for yourself. And then see his team, his CTO, his team to fly out and see you guys. And then let us know, what do you think? And then I'm going to hold you accountable to starting your podcast. Yes?
Definitely.
So we have a record of you. You're promising to everyone
Yes.
here, because you guys know it's all about relationships, right? You are making staff decisions, tool decisions based on what your friends are doing. You might not know all the technical details under the hood, but you trust relationships. You come to conferences like this. So I appreciate that. Thank you for coming onto the show. I'm Dennis Yu. I am the founder of Local Service Spotlight, and we interview the titans in home service. Let us know, what do you think? Like, share, and subscribe.